I explain already up front? Of course, I'm going to have to explain it again because we're so early. But here's the deal. And by the way, someone's already botting the stream, I see. That's nice. Nice of them. Idiots. So here's the deal. Okay? Today, over the course of this stream, Hollow Knight Silksong is going to get a second chance. What does that mean? Well, I told you all that after last week, you guys had asked me to play Hollow Knight Silksong. You said, please put it in the rotation. And I said, I'm skeptical about that because Metroidvanias historically never do well on this channel. Literally never. Okay? And because of that, I'm always skeptical about saying that I want to play one or I want to put it in the rotation. I mean, that's why we actually never played the original Hollow Knight, to be honest. Okay? So I said, here's what we're going to do. We'll do a test stream on Monday night. We'll see if people show up, engage, and support with this stream. And if they do and we hit the goal and people are here and having a good time, I'll play it as a major stream on Wednesday. We'll put it into the rotation and we'll see how it works as a day stream and maybe even have it as a major playthrough that I do over the course of September. Okay? Now, everyone knew this. This was all explained way ahead of time. It was posted on social media. I explained it on podcasts. I explained it in these kind of pre-stream hangouts everywhere. So everyone was well aware that this is how Silksong was going to go. All right? So, how did it go? Well, I would say, attendance was decent. We had around 200 to 250 people on YouTube and like 80 people on Kick, okay? Support. Here we go. Well, the whole first, I would say engagement. I don't want to skip engagement. Engagement was good. People were actually telling me different gameplay mechanics and things I wasn't understanding. So it was actually going pretty well in that regard. Like I was learning the game and I was frustrated, but people were saying, oh no, this because there's this and this. Like, oh, I didn't know that. So I would say there are people who are engaged and who want to see me play this game. Okay. Support. All right. I could go through moment by moment how it went, but essentially by the end of the night, we were at $94. Okay. So we didn't even hit $100. And I said, well, guys, that's it. Like I said, we have to hit support goals to make this a playthrough because I'm not convinced this will work as a playthrough. Everyone freaks out. Oh, Phil, this is your fault. Why did you make it a night stream instead of a day stream? You know a lot of people who are international, so you can't show up for your night streams. Keep in mind, there's been tons of games that have all worked as night streams. We had 4-month runs of games like Minecraft and American Truck Sim. We were hitting goals every time. So what they're saying is just nonsense. It's just, trying to like justify the fact that it didn't hit a support goal when it very well could have. But I get it. I hear people saying they're upset. They actually like some people watch the videos overnight and we're like, oh, I really like these videos. This is the kind of gameplay we like from you because it's frustrating, because you're learning slowly. It's just like the first time when you played Dark Souls or the first time when you played a really tough game and you had to learn all these gameplay elements. What is going on? There's something on the floor. There's something on the floor touching my foot. It's bothering me. I don't see it. Now I don't feel it. Very weird. Anyway. Okay. Basically, by the end of the night, everyone's happy with the gameplay. Even though I'm struggling and I'm swearing at the game or whatever, I'm learning, right? And at the end of the night, I actually got to a really good spot where it's a good place to continue next time. It was a new save spot, new areas to explore and all this stuff. And last night, I'm going to be honest, I was pretty disappointed because you guys, and when I say you guys, I don't know if this is representative of everyone who watches my content or it was just a small vocal few. I don't know. All right. But in regards to this, all right, I was basically like disappointed because I really liked the game. To be honest with all of you, I really actually liked the game. I want to play more of it, but I want it to be a successful playthrough. I don't want it to be that every time that I play Silksong, attendance is low, engagement is low, support is low. Oh, but keep playing it. But why? You're not showing up for it and you don't want it. If you wanted it, you would be here for it. Keep in mind that I'm getting support for other games. It's not like, oh, no one's showing up and everyone hates everything. It's not the case. People are liking the stuff in the rotation. But Silk Song, again, Metroidvania, totally makes me feel like it's not going to work. All right. So here's the deal. I'm going to do something I've never done before. All right. It's twofold, actually. Here's what we're going to do. Today, you can contribute on today's streams for Silk Song. All right. Take a look. Do you see this? Silk Song goal, 0 of 54. So if you just decided not to contribute last night, or maybe you just couldn't be here for the late stream last night, and you like Silk Song, and you want this playthrough to happen, okay? You can support it today. All we need is $54 for Silk Song, and I will play it tomorrow as a major daytime stream and give it a shot as a major game in the rotation, okay? But we have to hit $54 for Silk Song today. Now, how can you do that? Contribute and say in your contribution, this is for Silk Song. So if you give the sub, say in the chat, tag me and say, hey, this is for Silk Song. Or we send me a tip. In the body of the tip, put a something there and say, hey, this is for Silk Song. Okay? That's what I need you to do so that we know what's going on. Okay? Jasper, you're being a nut here. So let's see if you guys really want Silk Song or not. Again, put your money where your mouth is and support it, and then we'll play it tomorrow. It's actually going to be tomorrow's daytime stream. I can't concentrate. It'll be tomorrow's daytime stream if we hit $54 of support for Silk Song today. Okay? So right now we have Dan Zach, Javi, and Major Chong, but no one there had said, hey, this is for Silk Song because I hadn't mentioned it yet. So starting right now, if any contributions come in and you say, hey, this is for Silk Song, let's make it happen, we'll do Silk Song tomorrow if we hit the $54. Now, in addition to this, I'm going to give you 2 for 1. If we hit the $54 of support for Silk Song, okay, guess what? I'm also going to count it as a goal that was hit, because if we're counting it for last night, then we might as well count it towards the goal from last night. So if we hit $54 of support for Silk Song today on these streams, we'll get to 46 goals. Okay? There you go. So, do you guys actually want Silk Song? For real? Or is it a bunch of vocal LARPers who basically are people who are contrarians who just want to say, whatever Phil's not doing, that's what he should be doing, and what he is doing is always wrong? Let's put it to the test. Today is your ultimate chance to prove that you actually want Silk Song or not, right? Silk Song is on Game Pass. If you're saying that you need to justify the cost of the game, you're an idiot. You're actually stupid. That's really dumb. We're gauging support for the playthrough. This game apparently is long. I've heard Silk Song is actually quite a challenging and long game. If I'm going to commit to playing it, I need to be sure people actually will show up and support it. Not, oh, let's start playing a game, get 10 hours in, and everyone quits. So show me that you want Silk Song. Support it today. Let's get support rolling for Silk Song. Let's get $54. We'll count it towards Silk Song. We'll count it towards yesterday's goal. Let's do it. And then we will continue and we'll do Chronos today. Let's go. All right. Sound good? All right. Let's do initial shout outs. So Danzak did a $5 super chat. He says, what prompted this change of heart? You seemed upset last night and adamant that it was done. I'm excited for a second chance. So, Danzak, are you saying you want that to count towards Silk Song? Is that what you're saying? Oh, well, hold on a second. Guess what? I just received a $54 tip. I'm not kidding. And it says, from Hollow Knight, don't leave this on a cliffhanger. This is for Silk Song. So we immediately received the money. There you go. Let's go. That's what I'm talking about. See what I mean? All right, let's go. Hell yeah, open that damn briefcase, baby. So, we hit the Silk Song goal. That means, ladies and gentlemen, it is official. We did hit a goal last night. Today. So let's celebrate. Thank you all for supporting my content. Better late than never. Wow. It's amazing, isn't it? It's almost like I'm not a complete moron and I know what the fuck I'm doing. So thank you for supporting my content. Thank you for telling me you want Silk Song, and I will play it tomorrow as a major stream, and we will see how it goes. I really hope that if you want Silk Song, you'll show up and you will support it tomorrow as the daytime stream. There we go. So that was quick and easy and painless, wasn't it? Thank you to the $54 tipper. What did they say the name was? Hollow Knight. Let's get that on the leaderboard. Top tip. Okay, now, that was for the Silk Song goal. So I can actually delete the Silk Song goal because we don't need it on the leaderboard anymore because we already hit it. Okay? So now, anything else that comes in today now counts towards our regular goal. So now let's do shout-outs. Okay? So Danzak was our first contribution with a $5 super chat. Let's get that on the leaderboard. Damn, Danzak, it's hard to spell your name. Okay. So Danzak says, what prompted the change of heart? You seemed very upset last night and very adamant that it was done. I'm excited to give it a second chance. So, 2 things prompted my change of heart. All right? 2 things. The first thing is, by the end of that stream, I really liked the game. Like, I actually really enjoyed it. And I was like, man, I want to play more. Like, after persevering through the tough stuff, and I got to a checkpoint, and I'm like, man, this is a perfect place to continue and keep going, right? So I want to keep going. It would suck to end right now after I've only played 3 hours of this game and I'm actually really liking it. So that was number 1. And number 2, fair enough. I will say this. Maybe some people just can't attend the late streams. All right? And I get that. My late streams are late night for people who are like in Europe or maybe even on the East Coast. You know, it's like midnight by the time my late stream ends. So maybe there are people who genuinely want to see Silk Song, and those people could not be on the stream, and they were hoping that it was going to be supported. And I mean, it wasn't not supported. It just was only supported 2/3 of the way. Okay? And immediately now, we get a tip from someone who says, you know, they want to see Silk Song continue. They probably couldn't be on the late stream last night. There you go. Okay? So there you go. Let's continue.